It's been extremely hot, and I've noticed these symptoms showing up in my body. And then I went to the fair a few days ago and I had all the fair food, right? Which is naturally heating. It's the fried foods and the fried desserts and the ice cream and the beer and all this stuff. And I've definitely been feeling it in my body. So, what does that look like? Because you might be feeling that too. And so, when we're overheated, when we have what's called the pitta dosha, when too much of it is in the body, what are some things that we naturally reach for? We naturally reach for foods that are cold and sweet. And what is cold and sweet? Ice cream. And I have been on this ice cream kick these last 2 weeks. And it really is because that fiery element is so high in my body that I'm naturally, without even thinking about it, reaching for something that's cold and sweet because that is going to bring the fire down. And the thing though, if we do the cold and sweet ice cream or frozen yogurt over time, is one, if you're like me who just puts on weight thinking about it, we might gain weight, but also it creates more inflammation in the body. It can increase feelings of sluggishness and inflammation and feeling swollen. And so I went to the fair and I had all this really delicious food, but I paid for it the next day because I woke up feeling so swollen and sore in all of my joints, which reminded me I'm not young anymore. And two, I have to really pay attention to how I'm feeling and how the symptoms are showing up in my body. Because not only am I reaching for the cold food, but I'm also feeling a little bit nauseous and lightheaded and just a little bit off. And these are also symptoms that the heat, that pitta dosha is a little bit too much in the body, and I need to kind of counteract that and bring it down. So I feel better now and I'm not paying for it when we transition into fall. And so, talking about this, I went to a yoga class here locally at a studio that has heated floors. All the classes are pretty warm, but I went to a slow flow class because I figured, it's slow enough, the heat won't bother me. And the class was wonderful and great. But afterwards, I felt lightheaded and nauseous, which I was already feeling hot from the heat and the no air conditioning in my apartment. And then I went to this yoga class that was in a heated studio, and I came back home and I felt nauseous and lightheaded. Too much heat in the body and not enough cooling. And so as I was thinking about this, I was thinking that you might be experiencing it too, because I've heard it from other people who are feeling a little bit lightheaded or nauseous. Maybe the appetite is gone. These are all things that can show up in summer and show us that our fiery element within us is a little bit too high.